There are gonna be days we get up and we need to fill up with that purpose, because we don't get burned out because of what we do. We get burned out because we forget why we do it. I wanna encourage you, think about what your why is. What is your purpose? What kind of impact can you have? What kind of difference can you make?
Yo, this your boy E.T., and I think a why is so important because it becomes the thing that drives you. I think a why is important because it gives you definition. A why is important because it gives you direction. A why is important because it activates who you are as a person and it brings the best out of you. A why is able to push you because it takes you outside of yourself. Like, it's no longer about you. Everybody has a defining moment. So maybe you need to look at your life and say, well, maybe my defining moment is I'm not where I want to be. I don't have what I want to have. I've not accomplished all my dreams or my goals. When you ask yourself, how do I identify my why? I ask you to look around, like look around your own environment and whose life would be better off if your life was great. Look, you wouldn't even know who E.T. was without a why. Now, you've heard me say it before. I was a high school dropout. I was homeless. I was living in abandoned buildings. Why? Because I didn't have a why. But once I embraced my why, once I found out what my why was, boom, my wife and my children's life went to a whole nother level. So I just want you to ask yourself this question. If you are a failure, who in your family would also become a failure? Who would you let down? But if you became great, what legacy would you create? If you became great, what dynasty would you create? So when you want to find your why, it's not always about looking within, it's about looking around. Whatever your defining moment is, own it. Whatever your defining moment is, own it. And say to yourself, after today, I will do whatever it takes to become everything I can become.
While we're here today, somewhere in this county, oh my God, we know for a fact somewhere in this state and somewhere in this country, there is someone wearing a uniform or wearing plain clothes. They're stopping a car, they're searching a house, they're driving up a driveway, and their antenna is up, and they're saying to themselves, something just doesn't feel right. This is not some regular call. And you know what they are, folks? They're afraid. That's the law enforcement elephant in the room. They're scared. And you know why they're scared? It's not because they're cowards, but because what flashes in front of their eyes is everything they have to lose. Their families, everything that's important to them. And when that happens, and while they're still scared, and while that fear is there and everything is flashing through their minds, and self-preservation screams at them, run! They do not. They go in anyway. They stick it out, and they see it through. That is why I love them. That is why I agree with them.